What's up, everybody? I got a very special guest here. I got my boy Liam. He's been on the KT program for a little bit of time now. We're just going to sit down, kind of go over his experience. And I'm not going to take his thunder away too much here. So, Liam, go ahead, introduce yourself, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Liam Allen. I'm a 2027 catcher slash utility out of Illinois. And so some of my struggles before joining the program, I was always thinking like I wasn't big enough, wasn't strong enough. And, since joining, I really kind of just realized it was my mental game. That was a huge thing. Like it's like the power's in there, the hits are in there. Like I am the player who I want to be and I can be that player. It was just believing that myself and like the confidence. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, bro. Well, I'm glad I could have you on this call to talk a little bit about that. Yeah, me and Liam, we spent a lot of time, I think, in the one-on-one, calls and one-on-one sessions kind of going over that mental game. Um, and for you, Liam, man, was there like a specific moment, call, maybe a lesson or workout that you feel like really flipped a switch for you inside the program?
There's been a few, but the biggest one was definitely this past weekend.
Mm,
After after I had that bad game or stretch of games and I was really talking down on myself and you just kind of being like, if your teammate was doing that, what would you say to them? Like you go pick them up, obviously, right? And so like why can't you give yourself that same like cut 'em break? Like it's just I was being so hard on myself, putting so much pressure on myself for no reason. And you help open my eyes like what is the like there's no reason to put that pressure. I'm the same person whether I 4 for 4 or 0 for 4. And like I walk off the field, everything's still the same. So like it's I don't have to get a hit. It's like just play free, play relaxed.
100%, brother. Thanks for sharing that on here, man. Yeah, dude. Liam's also a freaking beast, so that helps. That helps for sure. Cool, man. And what were, your first impressions of joining the Close the Gap protocol with KT, man?
My first impression was definitely like I was super impressed from the start. Like I loved how organized it was. Like the group calls, those were super beneficial. Just hearing other people's stories, like hearing their struggles, like, hey, I'm struggling with that too. Like, and it might not even be something that I like think in the moment because like we'll go over what are you struggling with. I might not think of it then, but then I hear one of them say it and I'm like, and that just helps me a lot. And I think there was a call maybe the second day I was on the program and just seeing that and seeing like everyone sharing and like explaining their struggles and being able to relate and get help with that, that was huge. And like with just how organized all my workouts and my schedule and my nutrition has all been planned, I just from the start was super organized and well put together.
Sweet, dude. Awesome. And have you ever been, I guess, in a community of athletes kind of like this one before?
No, this is the first time.
Sweet, bro. It's pretty dope, man. I love it too. Cool, man. Let's zoom out a little bit before you joined the program. So let's take it back, a couple months in the past here. Maybe even to our first call of even potentially joining. What kind of made you realize, man, like you need a switch or a different approach to your development, and you definitely need some help with what you got going on?
Biggest thing I saw was, you know, you see all the time like the average weight, like I mean, looking at the numbers of the average college player at any level, and I was just seeing like where I want to be, I wasn't there yet.
Mm,
And so while I've been told like you have what it takes to play in college, I want good things for myself and I want to play to the highest level I can possibly play at. And so I came across your page one day and I went looking at all your stuff and just saw how much you had helped. Like Brian was the big one. Saw a lot of stuff about him. Saw how much you helped him and like just saw everything you did. And I had been seeing you for a little while now, but I had never like really tapped into your account. I just would watch the video when it come across my feed. But then that time I really tapped in and I DM'd you and you asked me all those questions and you kind of instilled a like second wave of confidence in me, like just kind of like, hey, this is something you could do. Like you are capable of this.
For sure, bro. I didn't know I instilled that early. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, man. That's super
For
cool.
sure.
We see that kind of enacting out now with going a little bit deeper into that mental and confidence side, and we're making massive gains. So I find it interesting. You said you were kind of looking at the college guys or the people you know who you're kind of competing with, even if it's internally or even out on the field, and you see the numbers, the metrics that they have. And I think we're getting there, bro. We're building slowly up to that point where you're eventually going to be one of those guys that you were looking at. With that being said, like, what were the measurable improvements that you've seen so far within your development, whether it's physical or mental?
I'll start with mental. The biggest thing is what we already talked about, the just going out there and not playing so attached to your stats. Like just playing to play because you love baseball. Like not playing because, oh, I have to go 4 for 4, or I have to like get a hit. Like that was an absolute game changer. Like that was huge. And like what we talked about, like me playing me how much of an impact me just playing loose and free is over being so fixated on results. Like results at the end of the day, like you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have good days. Just shake it off, move to the next. And then physical, I've already seen a 5 mile an hour increase on TBO, and I'm up about 2.5 pounds in the month that I'm on the program. And so that's a big thing. I know weight was a big thing that we talked about, and just seeing me start to climb is just been huge.
Awesome, bro. Much more to come. Much more to come, especially getting in the off-season block, brother. We're gonna hammer down on that and make sure we're getting exactly, to those goals that we set. And we're on really good pace. Good progression there. So I'm sure, Liam, in your past, we probably talked about this maybe on our very first call to see if this was a good fit, but you've probably tried coaches. You've probably tried in-person hitting guys, maybe a catching coach here and there, like the weekly, 1 hour session guys. And this is a completely remote online program. Like it's a little bit different than that. How has this kind of impacted the way you look at baseball development, considering this is a remote program and not an in-person thing?
Um, Remote's been, if I'm being honest, remote's 100 times better. Like just being able to communicate with you 24/7, and you've been great at feedback pretty very quick. And having that structure in the weight room, having the nutrition, like all of it, it's been great as opposed to seeing a dude once a week and maybe fixing one thing and then not seeing him for another week. Because like a hitting coach in person, they're not seeing you on the daily basis, so like it's kind of hard for them to see what you're struggling with beyond just your swing that day.
Yeah, dude. 100,000%. I could not agree more. It's the modern, I call it the modern development trap, but really it's a thing of the past. 10 years ago, man, the solution to your baseball development was go see a hitting coach for an hour a week. That's what it was, 10 years ago. But as things have changed and adapted, players are on their phones more than they're in the cage. It's just a fact, man. So when you can get a coach in your pocket, you can hit them up at any time. You get your programming routines right there. You see results that are typically unattainable from just going to a hitting coach, like gaining that EV, putting on that weight, the mental game. It's just not something that would have happened, in my opinion, going to that one-on-one guy. So super cool, man. I definitely agree there, brother. And let's say there's somebody out there, another player who is really on the fence about remote training. What would you tell them?
Yeah, I tell them it's 100% worth it. Like for me, this has really changed. This has really changed how I view baseball. First of all, like it's not just changed me as a player. Like, sure, the physical is nice, but this has changed how I play the game and how I view the game for the better. And it's just I can just seeing the results, seeing me getting better every week. Like I've worked with in-person coaches before,
Right.
and so just seeing results and seeing how much better and that 24, like I talked about earlier, that 24/7 communication, that's huge. Like that's a huge like advantage, and I think that anyone on the fence should take advantage of that advantage.
100%, dude. And then on the flip there, someone who's a complete stranger to me, right? Doesn't know what I do or what my program consists of, and maybe they're on the fence about me as a coach. What would you also tell that player or parent?
uh Nate, you've been super, like your talks with me with mental have done so much, and anyone who struggles with the mental side or the physical, like you've done so much for me with the physical too. And I mean, like I just said, you've changed who I am as a ball player. And so anyone on the fence, I would say just watch his videos. Go through the page, like look at the FAQs, look at all everything on your website. Like it shows the type of coach that you are and what you expect out of your players, and you'll be able to tell that Nate's the right guy for you.
Sweet man. Appreciate that big time, brother. And we got much more to do, much room to grow, and sky is the limit, my man. So awesome. I'm glad we got to sit down here and kind of talk about your experience, how the Close the Gap protocols has helped you, man. So appreciate your time, Liam. Yeah, man, let's keep killing it.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Nate.